Good morning, Uganda. Thank you so much for watching UBC TV this morning. And if you've just joined the show, you're welcome. And thank you for choosing UBC TV this morning. If you started with us, thank you very much for allowing us to start your day. It's time for The Real. And we're looking at the journey of access to justice in Uganda. Be part of the conversation. 0709-602-592 by text, sending a WhatsApp message. And be able to be part of the conversation, as well as our Twitter handle at UBC TV Uganda. The hashtag there is UBCGMU. Your opinion there to share is: to what degree has access to justice been realized in Uganda over time? Once again, 0709-602-592 by WhatsApp and onto X at UBC TV Uganda. And the hashtag is UBCGMU. My name is Julie F. Nantaba, with a team from Barefoot Law to help us understand perspective and put perspective to this conversation. I have Dorcas Mwebaza from Barefoot Law Uganda and Isaac Otim Jonathan from Barefoot Uganda. I'll start with ladies first. Good morning, Dorcas.
Good morning.
A pleasure having you this morning.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, Isaac.
Good morning, Julie.
A pleasure having you this morning.
Thank you so much.
Right, I'll start with Counsel Isaac. What does justice mean to an ordinary Ugandan citizen?
Okay, very good question. Good morning, Uganda, and good morning to all the people that are watching UBC all over the world. Thank you so much. Of course, justice is a very abstract word, but to a normal, ordinary Ugandan, I would want to define justice just if I have a problem, how do I solve it in a fair, equitable manner, if you'd want to put it that way. So justice is more about how we resolve issues that affect people, issues.
Make sure that we say tech-enabled legal services, plus your usual, what you'd call the traditional means. Those are outreaches and the like, and what we would like to call maybe legal easification of the law for communities across Uganda, especially those that are underserved. Yes.
Very profound. 13 years operating and focusing on innovation. Yes. And indeed, Barefoot Law is that space that's known for technology, using social media heavily. In the span of 13 years, how has the digital space changed in service delivery of justice with?
Well, thank you so much for asking that question.
Right.
The most beautiful thing is you could see it through our story, through our founder, Gerald Abila, who was just a law student and started with a small phone, using a Facebook page to just answer people's questions who had legal issues and all that. He later moved into us having a smaller team of volunteers, say around 5 or 6, and we moved into the space of emails. At some point, we had the toll-free IVR SMS lines, where people could just type a prompt in a language that they need to be addressed in, and a lawyer would be able to address them in that language. Across that, we've also gotten into what you call the other social media spaces, from not just Twitter, but now with our Gen Z generation, the local simple church that sets up let's say a project with lawyers. Those who would love to see what that looks like, they could.
Or any legal service provider from afar off, but virtually. So
yes, so specific to this is these boxes, maybe just to help guide, they have a screen fitted, a TV screen. The paralegal is a team member, part of the Barefoot Law team, and all the consultations, the legal consultations, are set up with the team at Barefoot Law. So the beauty about it is the team at Barefoot Law has a diverse range of lawyers, and they speak, if Isaac can help me, different languages, from Acholi, Lango, Lusoga, Luganda, Swahili. Yes, so all those. So they are in that. Right now our goal is maybe 15 of them across Uganda. Right now we have targeted 5, and the first being in 2022 February, that's in Kole district, formerly part of Lira. And they actually, someone from community just comes, and the beauty about it, they're set up at either the sub-county level. We've worked again, as I mentioned, with local government and government to just help us have space where we can place them, and knowing that it's a justice well as well, where people come to get their solutions, or rather legal challenges resolved. So it's fitted with a screen, internet, and a paralegal, a social worker who is trained to set up legal consultations, one-on-ones, mediations, and all that, and serving groups through the church outreaches, the mosques, and
UBC TV, and we're having the space from where you see things, the vantage from which
growth and development of any country. I believe SDG 16 specifically talks of peaceful communities, among others. So we decided to focus on access to justice because we believe that if the lady at the last mile, at the grassroots level, is able to, access her land rights.
Right.
If she's facing domestic violence, and she's able to, seek justice and have the perpetrator, apprehended or brought under the law. It keeps society thriving. So I always give this example. It doesn't make sense for a lady to wake up early in the morning, maybe give her children breakfast, or she left early in the morning, went to the garden. After digging, she comes back maybe around midday or 2 o'clock. She's very tired. Then she harvests the food. After the harvest, during the harvest time, she wakes up and she finds the husband has sold all the harvest. It's really very unfair. Oh, we have you, Julie. You've worked so hard with your husband to acquire an asset. Then you wake up one time, okay, let's say, able to exercise their right, they're able to protect their rights. And in that case, we believe that you can have peaceful communities that can thrive and that can contribute to the economic development of Uganda. So without access to justice, or without people being able to access their rights, or without people having knowledge of the law, my opinion is that you cannot have a fully successful community that is growing or that is economically developed, because those are intertwined.
Right,
Yes.
right. Thank you very much. Council Isaac or Tim Jonathan, what, in your opinion, to what degree has access to justice been realized in Uganda over time? 0709 602 592. Now, allow me to read a comment from a viewer. Good morning, Uganda. Justice in Uganda is only given to the first family. Do you have facts for this? Anyways, let me read it as is from the author, who I see, I think you're called Isabidi. You say, good morning, Uganda. Justice in Uganda is only given to the first family, known people in government and some few, but not all Ugandans. Because if the president can frankly say if fuel is expensive, stay at home. So just in Uganda, it's exercised to the fewest. I wonder what perspective this team from Barefoot Law would indeed share with Isabia. Let me first get your 2 cents, Dorcas, on this, on Isabia's submission.
Well, I believe that could be subjective, but so again, while you're looking at access to justice, I believe there are different aspects that we look at. There are different players to it. Like I mentioned, while we were setting up these ecosystems, we had to, again, work with local government. We had to work with local leaders. We had to work with people on ground to make sure that a justice hub is created. Like I mentioned, a justice wheel of sorts.
Right.
And again, while we were setting up these some of our offices, or rather the Barefoot Law Box that I've mentioned, some of the key things that we looked at, the justice points and how those also contribute to the justice needs of the people in those specific communities, to make sure that that journey of access to justice continues.
Right.
And again, as we celebrate 13 years, that's a testament of us as Barefoot Law Uganda, from an inception of just a Facebook page of volunteers to now a team of maybe 32 that works not just in Uganda, but we also, through partners in Kenya, Zambia, Malawi, and through those different learning experiences that we've had. So I feel the existence of an entity like Barefoot Law speaks to that justice journey.
Right.
So in as much as there could be some loophole somewhere, but I think we're getting there.
Right.
There are questions being asked. People are agile in local communities. They want to know. They are empowered. You'll find that local leaders at the end of a training will ask for material from the team. Can we have handouts of how we can hold our local courts? Can we do this? Can we do that? So it's been interesting, especially for the team at Barefoot Law, working with local communities across the board. So yes, I think we're getting there.
That's Isaac, I think this should give you some hope at the end. Sorry, Isavidi Arafat, I think this should give you a ray of hope therein. Dorcas, what challenges have you faced in the 13 years of operation?
That's interesting. First of all, on a personal basis, I started with my brother here, Isaac, as one of the people who saw the vision. The very first was actually the Ugandan government through Uganda Communications Commission that highlighted our work through the ASEA Awards, I think 2014. Yes, 2014, where we got Judges' Choice Award, ICT for Development, and some of those accolades propelled our work into the spaces that we wanted to go to. So there was a resource gap and also mindset change. We worked so hard for mindset change because, again, the curve of technology, I feel, caught on at some point. At some point, we also feel that we're ahead of our time. But it was a beautiful thing to see because now, just because we're ahead of our time, we're able to mitigate some of the legal challenges using tech right now. I remember even during the lockdown where we were all struggling, in the communities were struggling to get into the virtual space, but Barefoot was already in the virtual space with the team. So it was very easy for us to also work with software, share with some partners our software where they could set up legal consultations for grassroots communities, where they could interface with a lawyer because we couldn't still travel out to communities. So I would say that most of the challenges at the beginning were resource-wise, but we had a dedicated team. The other challenge I would speak on would be mindset change, but that has developed over time.
Yes.
And working with different people. Yes.
Right. Now, this conversation definitely has to come to the end, but allow me close it with Council Isaac here speaking into somebody who says that, who has an interesting question, and I hope I haven't lost it, but they say that how exactly does Barefoot Law benefit yet it's offering free services? Council, let's close with that.
University or just finishing university, and we told ourselves that, you know what, we can make society better, and the skill or the knowledge that God has given us in respect to our different expertise, be it the law or whatever background we're from, we'll use it to make our society better.
Right.
So when we have happy people, it's better. But of course, I know they're also asking that in respect to financing and all that. When we started, surely everything was coming out of our pocket, of the team, as Dorcas said, as volunteers. So we ran for maybe 3-4 years without anything, but as we speak right now, we have people that believe in our work, that are able to support the work in the communities, but also to make sure that we have some kabalagala or pancake to take home to our families at the end of the month.
Right.
I hope that gives some clarity.
Surely indeed, and I hope it gives you clarity. This brings us to the end of the conversation, but a beautiful initiative, innovative as this, needs access and interaction at that. And I'll ask Dorcas to give us how best we can interact with Barefoot Law. Social media platforms?
Yes, so as I mentioned again, you could find, so call us on 0392 1775 405. 0392 177
775.
No, so sorry, 177 405. Sorry. Yes.
177 405. 039 177 405.
Yes.
Be able to engage Barefoot Law Uganda and access justice in the most available ways. While we complain that justice is accessed by a few, actually there are initiatives that could help you get the justice that you need. We'll bring it to a close, and Good Morning Uganda continues. My name is Julie F. Nantawa. We look forward to the agenda. We look forward to sports. We look forward to a lot of conversation, especially now that the 12th Parliament is swearing in. Good morning. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.